Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Hey, 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 Obodo fam. How is everyone doing tonight? Can you hear me? Please say hello. If you can hear me, welcome. Thank God it's Friday. How's everyone doing? Hello. Beauty by Lalisha. Hello, darling. Can you hear me? Just say yes if you can hear me. Yeah? Hi. Welcome. Thank God it's Friday. Welcome. How is everybody doing? I hope you're well. I know this was set up for yesterday, but I moved it to today because I posted that very interesting clip that I did. I just recorded it about moving in. And I think I still want to touch on it today because I realized after I posted it that it would have been more engaging and more, I will get more like, it's a sort of topic that you want to bring on a live stream so that people can share their opinions about it. Yeah. Because there are various opinions and some people have some like lived experiences about that matter. Okay, welcome everybody. So I'll still just drop it in at some point today. But today we are talking about we're talking about dating, relationships, and standard versus delusions of grandeur. That's what we're talking about today. And I'm not even going to waste time. I just want to jump right into it. Yeah. Natu, how are you, darling? Happy birthday. Guys, it was Natu's birthday a few days ago. Those of you who are on Instagram, thank you so much. And on the WhatsApp group, thank you for celebrating Natu. She's such an amazing human being. She's right there in Nigeria, giving back to her community. She said she lost, I think, 6 people to breast cancer. So NATO has this foundation where she goes to Nigeria annually to do screening. As you know, with any kind of cancer, early detection is key. Yeah, so she does this charity where she offers free screening services to rural women, like, you know. Well done, Natu. I see what you are doing. The Lord will continue to help you, will support you. He will give you, the desire. Well done. You are amazing. I saw you went to Kafanchan. Kafan. Wow, doing breast screening. The breast cancer screening. That's amazing. Well done. Yeah, I got you. Mm. So today we want to talk about my gender. And why I always talk about standard, people should have standard. Everybody has standard. Men always have standard. So some women don't have any standard. Man are man. Okay. But everybody should have a standard of what they are looking for. However, because of social media and some delusions and some fake life, I think some fake life is going on social media, my people. Mm. Some fake, like serious fake life is really going on. Social media is not reality. Asiwaju told us that the last show that social media is not reality, so we got to be realistic. So we want to talk about what's the difference between having standards for the kind of man that you want versus just being silly, really. Grandeur delusion is big English, but let's just say, being silly or being unrealistic. Because some of these things you just see them and you are like, oh, come on now. Are you for real? Oh, are you kidding me? Are you joking? Okay, so we're gonna look at it, and I have a couple of things I want to show you. Uzo, was it Ungazi? Are you listening? I hope you are there. You were the one that shared this with me, and I was very thankful that I haven't done this video yesterday because we would have missed this. So let's start with this this video of it's Pop the Balloon that is the trend on YouTube now. I want to start Pop the Balloon UKO. Let's do our own Pop the Balloon. If you are interested, let me know now. We need to really pop the balloon to find love. You're welcome. So this is Pop the Balloon. I don't know which country. I think it's in the US. I've seen this guy before. I think he's upgraded now. His studio is kind of different. It's better. So this was. I will go through the list then, but let me show you this because this is funny. Now, everybody has standard, right? But are we looking at being realistic in that we will always advise that whatever you are asking from the other gender, you to make sure you are that, right? Men who are is that African American man that buy that a lot of people were saying that he's always putting women in category like you are 6, you are 5, you are 3, you are 10. I don't think it's fair to do that. Don't place people in categories. Either you are my type, you are not my type. It's simple. I think when you put people on those numbers, it's demeaning. I don't really like it personally. For Kevin Samuel, thank you. Unga, I trust you, my love. I know you are gorgeously sitting down there and waiting to jump in. Yeah, Kevin Samuel did that, and I think it was very demeaning to all the African American and other women that were coming on his show. I don't know why. Don't classify people with number. It's either I like you or I don't like you. Simple. If you classify somebody as a 3 or 2, it can impact on their emotions. It's not good. It's not good. Anyway, this this one is Pop the Balloon. Is another version of. There are so many versions of Pop the Balloon, and Ngozi shared it kindly with me today. And I want to start with it because I think it is hilarious. Let's listen.
Time you was in a relationship?
To be honest with you, 16 years.
How come it's been 16 years? Come back. Okay.
So the host asked the lady, how long, when was the last time you were in a relationship? She said 16 years. That she's not been in a relationship in 16 years. And then, of course, you know the process. They start popping the balloon for the people they don't like or they don't find attractive for whatever reason.
So why did you pop his balloon?
I don't find him attractive.
You didn't find him attractive and you didn't find him attractive, right? So what is your type?
I kind of like gorgeous men.
And they all said, you popping everybody's balloon, sister. You say you don't find, why are you popping the balloon? She said, I didn't find him attractive. Hi guys, yeah, I'm here. I was just sharing my link. So the host said, what kind of a man are you looking for? And our sister said, I'm looking for a gorgeous man. No, she's a gorgeous woman, to be honest. She is a gorgeous woman. Yeah. However, if you are placing your standards so high, like you're looking for a really hot guy, you know, like this guy that I used, this is a model, by the way. Some people think they are real people. He's a model, I saw on Canva. So you see this guy, he's tall, he's about 6 foot. He's very masculine, you can tell. He's dark. This is some people's type of hot guy, gorgeous guy that they're looking for, right? However, the way I'm looking at this guy, he's going to also be looking for a woman who is also very gorgeous. So, Yorubani egbe yeleye woto. You cannot be looking for 6-pack when you don't have 0-pack. That's just the way it is. Yeah? So you gotta be realistic. If you're looking for a higher, when it comes to physical looks, you're looking for somebody that is high up there, they are masculine, they are tall, they are this, they are that. You too be that. Be what you are looking for. It's simple. You cannot be one kind of a way and you are looking for could it work? It can work. You are being this is definition of delusion. Ngozi, thank you so much for sharing this. Because this sister is so delusional. She's like, I'm looking for a gorgeous man. Yeah, everybody wants a gorgeous man. But are you gorgeous?
Gorgeous men. A rating from a scale. Like
Like
would you
10
be
plus.
you wanted somebody that's 10 plus?
Mhm.
Wow. So you typically date 10 plus men?
Mhm.
I believe, like, she's trying to date beyond, how should I say, beyond a standard.
This man is very polite. He sounds like an African man. Ngozi, am I right? I think he's an African man. His accent is accenting. Yeah, he's African. We usually you will recognize one another. I think he's a Nigerian man.
You have to come down to your level, and be realistic with your goal. Because if you're not, then it's like you're living in la la land. This is reality. This is the real world. We ain't here to joke. We're here to speak the truth. And she needs to cut her coat according to her size.
I would say she needs to cut her coat according to her cloth. She said, I want a gorgeous man. So she said she likes men that are above 10. Okay, let me remove this so you guys can see. She said, I like men that are above 10 because apparently this rating that I told you guys, maybe it's not my generation, not Gen Z or anything like that. I'm not feeling that rating thing. However, if you say you are looking for a man that is above 10, you too have to be above 10 or 10. So I don't know what they are looking for in this rating. I don't know but I'm assuming that, being fit, having this, maybe for a woman, you have to have a certain kind of look whereby your tummy is flat, you are tall, your face is looking immaculate, like a statue or whatever. Mhm. But you can't come and say, I'm looking for 10 over 10. I want a man that is this and that. And, you are not looking the same way. So that's, you see, when I say the grandeur delusion, this is it. This is an example of a woman that is, that's why she's been single for 16 years, by the way. And I hate to say this, a lot of our gender are going to be single for life. And there's nothing wrong in it. If this is your decision, you want to be single for life, that's fine. Okay? If you want the kind of man that you think you desire, who is 10 over 10, you got to be 10 and over 10. So, sis, you got to hit the gym. You got to make sure that you dress better. Not this bridesmaid dress that you're wearing. Your hair, you got to take care of your hair. Make sure, even if you want to do the natural look, it's not going to be cornrow you're wearing to a dating show. I can go on and on and on. Okay? Because a man that is 10 is looking for a woman that is 10. You cannot be anything less, and that's overreaching. Okay, now let's go to the you see the way all the men were looking at her like, are you for real? What are you talking about? Guys, are you liking this video? We're not very many today. This topic is not popular. Give us a thumbs up for those of us. I'm doing Gen Z and millennial stories. That Dami is always saying we should be doing stories for people who are not married yet. So yeah, this is one of them. Give us a thumbs up if you haven't done that already. Please take a minute out of your chatting and give us a thumbs up. Ngozi is saying they were the type of women who used to call into Kevin Samuel's show, and when he was disrespectful, it would trend. Oh, really? Okay. Mark said he's speaking facts. Some people don't want to hear the truth, of course. Yeah. No, that rating is disgusting. That rating, no, you don't. No. I disagree personally. I don't think it's right to rate a human being. It's never right, in my opinion. So I saw this on social media where somebody was saying, this is the qualities I'm looking for in a man. Qualities my man must have. It's not will or should. She said must. That's definitive. He must. He will be 6 feet tall. Number 2, earns 10 million naira. Okay, I'm quickly gonna do a search to see how much 10 million naira is in the pounds because we are in the diaspora. So I'm not in Nigeria. I don't know what the equivalent is, but I'm gonna do. I need to know. Okay, let's wait. Let me see. How much is 10 million naira? Um, let's see. Is it that 6,000 pounds? Let's see. No, it's less than 6,000. 5,000. Less than 5,000. Say 4,000. 4,700. Yes. It's about 4,600 pounds. So this analysis I'm making, it won't work because in Nigeria, people get paid, and the way you look at your salary is not the way you necessarily look at your salary in the UK. Okay, you get paid monthly or weekly in the abroad as well, but this is not going to work because I'm looking at the. She said earn 10 million naira monthly. Actually, it can work. Sorry, it can. So 10 million naira even today, and I'm looking at it from an exchange app. That's 4,600 and 600 pounds a month. Okay, I'm doing the math. So I want to do the maths. Let's see what that is annually. So is somebody probably earning about 60,000 pounds, 4,600? How much is that? Guys, please give us a thumbs up while I'm doing my arithmetic. I want to know times 12. Okay, so the person earns about 55,000 grand in the UK. So that's about maybe 60,000 in the US. It's not too much. People earn it. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on. Number 3, she said, must not be obsessed with football. I don't know what that means. Obsession with football is a no-no. Number 4, excellent in bed. Lobaton, genge. So if you say excellent now, me, I will be asking you, define what you mean by excellence. Because what's, Oyibo, it can mean different things. I don't know what you mean by excellent in bed. We need to find out what you mean. Yeah? Okay. And number 5, does not womanize. So you got to be faithful. I say that's what mean. Number 6, does not smoke or drink. Okay. So no smoking, no drinking. Be dry. 7, you can pay all my bills. My bills. It's not our bills or your bills. They can pay all my bills. Number 8, hopelessly romantic. Hey, yeah. I like romance too, Jare. Very good girl, Omo dada. Number 9, she said you must have a degree. So that's minimum requirement. Have a degree, university degree. That's a BSc or a BA or whatever. Number 10, has a house and a car. Okay. Number 11, generous, kind, and empathy. So you must have empathy, you must be kind, you must be generous. Number 12, you must have 6-pack and look handsome. This is the one that finished me. He said, you must know how to cook. This one completely finished me. He finished me, but she's not finished though. Nigerian man. Where is brotherhood? Brother Ben is not here. Brotherhood. Number 14, she said, you must be smart, funny, zero anger issues. Smart, funny, zero anger issues. Must know how to cook, 6-pack, look handsome, generous, kind, empathy, have a house and a car. You must have a degree, hopelessly romantic. You can pay all my bills. It sounds really romantic, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know how you guys are feeling, but I feel like, man, I wish there were people like this actually. But are there people? Is there anybody like this though? in this world? Has Eledumare created anybody like this in your view? Have you seen anybody like this that has all these 17 things that our sister is looking for? Hmm? So while we are talking about standards, standards are very, very important. Standard as, okay, this is who I am, this is where I am, this is what I want, right? Okay, Linda says it's not possible. Oh, okay. Can one person have everything that this sister has described? So what we are talking about is, what's the difference between standards? Setting a standard for yourself. This is my the kind of person I want to date. This is who I want. And being delusional. Obviously, everybody agrees that this person is completely delusional. Mhm. So what do you guys think? Jump in the studio and show and give me your opinion. I like to hear what you have to say. My link is in the comment section. Just jump in. We are going to do this very quickly. No time to waste time today. Mhm. Jump in. And what do you think? What is the line between standards and someone just being delusional? Because we all agree that that list was, oh, come on now. Kamdi said the ladies who are not looking for this quality will attract these men before this life is not balanced. I don't think there's any one human being that have all these qualities. Let's just say that. Yeah. There is no one person that is everything that has been listed here. Some will have, they will earn the money, some will be 6 foot, but you might find somebody that is short that is earning 10 million or whatever in pounds or dollars. You can't find one person like this. Lori Iro. I don't believe it. I'm sorry. I don't. It's not possible. It's not. It's just not possible. The list is too long. Now it's unrealistic. So where do we draw the line between standards and delusions of grandeur or grandeur delusion? Mm-hmm. Moniola said, I reckon that about 5 of them, 5 out of 17. If a man has 5, just take it. Don't be asking for too much. Oliver Twist nie, ole nie, ole oloju kokoro. Realistic standards, yes, I like that. Jumi, welcome, my dear. How are you?
Hi, Auntie B.
Welcome.
Can you hear me?
Yes, my dear.
All right. Hello, everyone. Oh, it's been a while. I missed you.
Yeah. Are you okay?
I'm good. Tomorrow's my birthday, so I'm excited.
Oh, happy birthday, baby. You okay?
Thank you.
Many more happy returns. It's lovely to have you.
Amen. Thank you. I think, first of all, it's impossible to have everything. You cannot have it all. Even as women, that we can't have it all. We are not all. You can only give your best.
Somebody says she will have to build that man. She'll build a man to get all those qualities.
You're not good. You can't build it. And you can't turn a man into something that he's not. We're not God. We're not the creator. A man, whatever a man will be is what he has done on his own. Yes, we can support in some ways as women, but we cannot make anyone something. And I feel like when it comes to standards, to each his own. But I do feel like everyone needs to, there's things that you compromise with and there's things that you don't compromise with. Mm-hmm. I remember someone back then when I was still dating, someone gave me the advice, you can write it down. What are the top, 5 things, 5 to 10 things that you say that I will not compromise on. Yes. What are those things? What are those qualities? Whether it be morals, whether it's some kind of physical attraction, religion, to some people, if you want to go deeper, some people, ethnicity is very important. So you would choose your top 5 to 10 things that are important. I understand this list is a little bit exaggerated because this person is listing like 17, 20 things. I don't know how many, but I feel like you just have to know what you stand with. If you say, okay, I must marry a Christian, bang. I must marry someone who is family oriented, boom. Now, when it comes to looks, okay, he doesn't have to be tall. If we're the same height, it's okay. That's a compromise. Oh, if he's not a doctor, he's as long as he has a good job, you know, that's a compromise. You know, there's things that we can compromise on. Like some things for me, I will not tolerate any man that supports domestic violence or anything. That is no compromise. You get what I'm saying? Things like that. I stand firm on that. I will not compromise. I won't compromise with someone that is not a Christian. I'm married now, but I'm saying when I was dating, I must marry someone that's a Christian, God fearing. You know, those are some qualities that I stood by. I must marry someone that is ambitious and actually actionable, because you can be ambitious but don't put it into practice. And there's ways you can see that, because some people are dreamers. They keep you, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, I have a plan. You've been with them for 1 year, 2 years, you're not seeing this plan into fruition. So clearly this person is a dreamer. This person is not put into action. Are you going to compromise with that, or are you just going to, you know, what's your standard with that? So I feel like women and men have to figure out what are some things that are some compromise and what is not compromisable. So that's the way I see it when it comes to standards. And when it comes to delusional, what's the word we use? Delusional grandeur. There's some things that I feel like if you yourself cannot attain it, you shouldn't expect someone else to attain it.
Right.
For example, if you are saying you want someone that's God-fearing, but you yourself, you don't pray, you don't attend church, you don't read your Bible, you don't have a relationship with Christ, why should you be expecting that for someone?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So if you say you want someone with a degree, do you have a degree?
Exactly.
Where's your own degree? But you want a man with a degree so you can leech off of it the money that he makes from his own degree. No, you two go get your own degree. Then you can say, okay, I've arrived that level. Then I know that my standard is I need someone that at least has the kind of degree that match my own standard. Exactly. And that's the way I see it with standards. You can't be so delusional and expecting something that you yourself have not attained. You get there's some levels to it. You know, there's some people that are on their way. And I think I said my story before. When I met my husband, at that point, I was already doing my master's, and he was starting to go back to school because he came from Nigeria. So it was kind of like it took time for him to catch up. But I knew, because I was seeing the steps. I was seeing him take into action, his plan into action. You get what I'm saying? But there's some people that, I'm going to get my degree. Years after you're dating, nothing's coming, nothing. They're not even reading books. They're not going to school, nothing. So I just feel like one has to be careful with standards. Yes, have your standards. And also don't compare your standards to other people. Don't push your standards on other people. Some people do that a lot. I remember when I was dating my husband, one lady told me, oh, I wouldn't date someone that just came from Nigeria. Why? You know, why? You know, that was her own standard. But that doesn't mean, you get what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean, why do I have to follow that? Is it because of your experiences? And some people have standards based on their experience.
Yes.
You know, some people have standards based on experience. So there's so much to this. But that's my own fair share, what I wanted to share about compromising and not compromising and versus standards versus delusion.
Thank you, Jimmy. Before you leave, I want to ask you, the last video I posted, what I was asking about, is it wrong for a man to move into a woman's house? I just want your take on that. What do you think about it? To
be honest, I would not encourage it. Unless there's some situations where it has to happen. For example, the reason I would lean away from it, because one, it's almost like there's a level of respect that kind of diminishes when a man moves into a woman. Like in terms of the woman, she may see him. It takes a high level of maturity and emotional intelligence to handle a man moving into your space.
Yeah,
it takes a high level, and not a lot of people have that. And if you know you yourself, you're gonna judge based on that. It's best you guys come together and find a place separately. Also, family members. Can you check your family members from not speaking? You know, because family members will say something, or they'll be like, you know, they may either say it to their face or say it behind your face. And that's if you care what family members think. Some people do. Some people are easily influenced by their family members. If you're not, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Number three, I would say financially, it's if it works for you. Like, let's say, for example, financially, you can't afford another apartment or another house right now, but at the moment you're just trying to save up. It's temporary. I feel like if it's something temporary, yes, then that may be yes.
Okay.
But if this is a long-term housing where you have packed in and moved and got comfortable in your woman's place, I don't know. I don't know. I personally wouldn't. It depends on the situation, but I would always lean away from it.
And before you go again, I haven't seen you in a while, so I'm going to load you with
questions. I know. I miss coming in.
So when you're talking, because I mean, a lot of people are not married yet. Younger people, both men and women, are listening. So for me, you know how the Bible says that older women should mentor the younger women.
Yes.
This is the best part of what we do on this platform. I absolutely love mentoring younger women, because even if it's from my mistakes and the things I've observed, I still want younger women to learn from it. So I'm going to ask you this question now. I haven't been there. What do you think is more important? Is it like, we were looking at physical attraction, physical looks versus things on the inside and lifestyle, personality. You were talking about faith. For me, that was number one when I was, young and, dating seriously. Number one is I cannot date somebody that is not a Christian. So nowadays, people are like, obviously people will have whatever is their negotiables or, the needs and their wants and all that. But in your own opinion, what do you think is more important? Is it like your values or versus the physical look and all this six-pack and whatever?
Six-pack. Everybody has six-pack.
Everybody wants six-pack.
Oh my God, six-pack. And today when I was in college, I'm not even gonna lie. Oh my God, it has disappeared already.
It will disappear when you feed him. If you're a woman, when they feed you for 1 year, six-pack,
when you are eating yarn for real, you're going to
six-pack will disappear.
But honestly, to be honest, in my younger years, I always wanted tall, dark, handsome. I don't know, it's this tall, dark, handsome that was always like in our heads. My husband is not tall. I mean, he's taller than me, but he's not like tall. He's lighter than me, but he's handsome. But when I first met him, he wasn't my type.
Spec. Let's call it spec.
He wasn't my spec. Thank you, spec. Okay, for African followers, it wasn't my spec, but I felt like I knew there was still something that attracted me. His personality, honestly, really attracted me. And his dressing didn't attract me because he wasn't the best dresser. But as we started dating, and also my husband is almost like he's an intellectual person. He's deep. Yeah. So there were some things that really attracted me and moved me. And as we started dating, he even started getting more handsome because he started grooming himself more. Yeah. He started dressing better because and I was also having an influence in that. I would be like, oh, don't wear this, wear that. Well, even till now, I'm always doing that, and he can't stand it.
That's what
that's what we do as a wife. You want to make sure your man looks good. Yeah. And he started gaining weight because my husband was very skinny, and then he started gaining weight. So, and he started just looking more like. I started becoming more attracted to him. But I will say, Auntie B, I won't say that attraction is not important. It's actually very important because at the end of the day, you're going to spend the rest of your life with this person. There has to be something that draws you, whether it's his eyes, his nose, his arms, there's something, his voice. Whether 2-pack, whether 1-pack, 0-pack, something has to draw you. I just feel like you can't just say it's only the personality. It cannot be just only personality because there's going to be some times that you're just going to stare at each other. You're going to be in the bedroom with each other. So something has to draw you closer, whether it is charm, his sweet talk, his voice, something. So there has to be some form of attraction, and it can be in the facial attributes. It can be in the bodily attributes. You get what I'm saying? Attraction is not just your face. Sometimes people are looking at body, your stature, your composure. These are all qualities. Yeah, your mind.
The way you reason.
Exactly.
I posted
These
something
are all
on my WhatsApp status today, and not WhatsApp,
yeah.
Instagram, where a man said to a woman, he said, "I love you." This is funny. And the woman responded and said, "No, you can't love me. You love Trump. That's red flag."
Hey. Woo.
My gender.
Politics is a big one.
He said,
That's
"You
a big
can't love
one.
me. You love Trump. How can you love me when you love Trump?"
You see, and that's true. So that thing is important to that girl.
It is important because she's looking at him. How can you say you love me when you love Trump? No, you can't love me. I reject that love.
So she cannot vote. She cannot be with a Trump supporter.
No, she cannot be with the She's like, if you love Trump, you can no, I can't love you.
And that comes back to your morals and your values.
Yes.
And when it comes to politics, I know it's very iffy, but those things are important to some people. It's your everyday life.
Yeah.
And how you see people, how you see the world. So attraction is important. So, and to be less.
Which one is more important? Is it 50-50 or which one is more important?
I won't say 50-50. What was it? Attraction versus what? What's the other one?
Versus personality and personality, values, morals, ethics, oral, and things like that.
I would say between 60-70 for personality and 30-40 for attraction. Because the reason why I say that, because as you're aging, it's gonna change, and that personality has to carry that attraction. So I got bigger. I had 2 kids, so I got bigger. I'm not the same size that I was when I was dating my husband. Same as my husband. We're not the same size. You get life happens, stressors, so many things happen that the attraction could still change, but that personality, what bonds you guys together, that it has to just be strong. That the bond and the chemistry between you guys and the personality, it has to hold past the attraction. God forbid something happens, you're in a car accident. There's something, you have an ailment that is long term. You still have to have someone that keeps you close together, and that's the personality. The way you talk to each other, the way you guys bond. Those are the things that really stand the test of time. Not just attraction. So attraction, I think, just wheels you in. It just gets you in. And you have to still try to maintain. You still got to maintain that you get to know the inside. Yeah. So I think that will be my stance on that.
Thank you so much, Jimmy. I really, really enjoyed our conversation. Attraction pulls you in. You like what you see. And then, you start talking. But if what is on the inside does not match with your values, the personality, the morals, the faith, then attraction means nothing. You can be attracted to somebody when you have one conversation and, you're just like, nah. Amazing. Thank you so much, Jimmy. It's lovely to see you again. It's been a minute, but I thoroughly enjoyed having that conversation with you. Yeah, both of them are important. Both of them are absolutely important. I agree, but for me, you need to weigh which one is more important. Is he a fine boy, empty brain that knows nothing, never read anything, no level of intelligence, does not know anything, it's just to party and be doing fine boy? Or do you want a fine boy that actually knows something about everything? For me personally, I like intelligent people. So that list, incidentally, how Jimmy was saying that somebody told her to make at least 5 minimum. The number one thing I wrote there, it has to be educated. It needs to be a Christian. It needs to be educated. That was my number 1 and 2, because I absolutely love intelligent people. I know the kind of conversations I want to have, and somebody that is not intelligent or not educated cannot have those conversations with me. So for me, it's a no. So yeah, you need to balance it. Don't get carried away. Don't allow social media to deceive you. At the end of the day, fine boy is good, but fine boy does not pay bills. Being fine and 6-pack, spend all day in gym does not pay bills. but attraction is important. I recognize that. Okay, Ngazi, hi, darling. Welcome.
Hi, TV. Happy Friday. Hi, everyone.
I'm good, my darling.
Okay, yeah, yeah. This topic is it's a really important one because I think that sometimes the narrative push, right, especially like I could speak like specifically to Black women, is like that we're too choosy, right? That we're too picky, which I understand where it's coming from. But I do think that a lot of times these women become like this because they've settled so much in the past, right? So they've given so many people chances that they probably shouldn't have even given a chance to begin with, and things didn't work out. So kind of like indirectly, they just become a little bit, they want to be more selective. They don't want to make that same mistake again. So they start putting all these requirements, preferences, standards, kind of like to protect themselves, which I understand. It's normal. But at the same time, especially as we get older as women, I think that it's a balancing act because
Yeah,
I don't think it's, you know what I mean, like there's certain things right now, like you mentioned, like religion. That's something I can never compromise on. I don't
that's a
care how
deal
old I am.
breaker. It's a
It's a
deal
deal
breaker.
breaker.
Yeah.
But some people tell you, oh no, that you shouldn't, there's only one God, that you're
No,
limiting
no, I
yourself.
don't know I
No.
don't know who your God is. I only
No,
know about my
no,
God.
that is a deal breaker. There's like, that's just, there's no way, there's nothing left to talk about. I can't compromise on that area. So,
Let me tell you something, Gozi. When it comes to religion, I never dated somebody that was not a Christian. I just couldn't.
mm,
Once you mention your religion, what's your faith? You don't go. You're not a Christian. I don't care about denomination, but if you are not a Christian, faith is very, very important to me because I am a spiritual person. I need to be able to connect to someone on a spiritual level. How are we
right.
going to pray together as a family if we don't even, if our prayers don't even start the same way? It's not to discriminate, but I just think
Mm,
it's easier. It's easier. Then when you have children, different dynamics come in.
no, I
Are you going to
agree.
raise them in my own, religion or in your religion? Some people will say, well, let's leave them. When they grow, they decide. No, I don't want to. No, for me, no.
Right. No, I agree. And it's a big one for me. But then some people can argue that someone can be your same religion, but they're not really into it. So now do we
Yeah.
say, is it just my religion or do they have to be practicing? Do they have to, be into it? Do they have to be born? You know what I mean? Like there's levels to this religion thing even.
Yes.
You know what I
Yes.
mean? Because someone could just be on paper, but it's like they don't live it. Like it doesn't really affect their day-to-day life, right? So for example, one that I think is really popular that I've been noticing more is about like not wanting to date someone with children. And I'm
Mhm.
mentioning this because if you're a woman, you're getting older, you're past 30 years old. A lot of women, I guess, from the part of the world that we're from, we talk about it all the time, how it's kind of taboo to have children and not be married. So it's
Yeah.
something that's common to see a woman who is maybe 37, not married, but she doesn't have children. Versus for men, it's a little bit different. So
Mhm.
if you're a woman and you're getting to that point in your life, you really don't want to be with someone that has children. You don't have children. You've lived your life in a way that you don't have children. Right now, is that necessarily being realistic based on if you're dating men around your age who most likely
Hmm.
have been married before, they've had a past before. So stuff like that is where it could become tricky because I know a lot of women that's the standard. They won't budge on that. They cannot date a man with children. They can't. It's not an option. Like they don't care. They don't care how old they are. They don't care what people are saying. They don't want a man with children. And trust me, I
Hmm. Hmm.
understand why because it comes with a lot of other stuff. It's not easy.
Yeah.
It come.
Yeah.
I totally understand why, but the reality is as you get older, it's more likely that that's going to be something
Mhm.
you're faced with.
Yeah.
So I think that
You
it's
know,
just
you know why? Is because again, from our cultural background, if you want to look at it that way, most Nigerian men, and I mean, when I mean most, majority will not date if they don't have children. They don't want to date a woman who has a child,
even if they
even if
have
it's one.
children, even if they have children, they still
Exactly.
rather not.
So women are not like, yo, you have children. Why should I date you when you have children? I don't have children. I don't
Right.
want all that drama. So people who don't have children want people who don't have children. So
Yep, and you
we
get
start
it.
on a clean slate.
Right.
Yeah. Because it's always an additional thing that you need to struggle with in that relationship when they have children. However, it doesn't matter. It depends. What's the dynamic of that? How many, first of all, How many children do they have?
Right. Is it one or is it four? You
Is
know
it
what I mean?
one
Like,
or is
yeah.
it, yeah? How many baby mamas are we talking
Right.
about? Is it 2,
Right.
3, or just one? And what are the dynamics of those relationships? Is there drama in it? Are they co-parenting in a healthy way? And then you need to set yourself as you are the one that is going to inherit this human being that you didn't
Right.
produce. Do
Right.
I have the capacity to be a
Am I
stepmom?
ready for that? Right.
Yes.
No, I agree. And that's why I said to me, those are even the more things that I can understand women being like, I don't want to deal with that. Like the whole children thing. But when we talk about like more like the aesthetic things, trust me, attraction is important. And you don't, like the previous caller spoke before, we're not here to say like just talk to anybody, because even if you talk to someone you're not attracted to them, they're gonna feel it. They're gonna know like something is missing, but it's not the full picture. And sometimes people can say they can't really control who they like, which is valid to an extent, right? If they're not attracted to somebody, they're not attracted to them. They can't really help it. What they like is what they like is what they like. What they don't like, they don't like. But it's sometimes, like I said, I do think that subconsciously a lot of these standards or these preferences we put up is in a way kind of like to protect ourselves, and like kind of like we don't want, how do I say this? It's like low key, is like we don't really want to be partnered at the end of the day. Like we're telling ourselves like, yes, we want someone, we're ready. But by putting all these like things that we want in somebody that we know is not really realistic and is hard to find, it's kind of like a way of us indirectly saying that we are okay being single, or that we
Yeah.
really don't want to deal with somebody. That's how I'm taking it. That's how I rationalize it, because it's just the only way to really look at it. Like if you're not really as open as you think you are. You don't really want to be as partnered as you think you do. Like you're okay.
Yeah. So, sorry, Ngozi. Have you noticed that you don't pause when you talk?
Yeah, I don't take breaks.
Have
Yeah,
you noticed?
yeah.
Sorry, sorry, I have to interrupt you because you Americans, the way you talk,
We talk fast.
you just talk so fast. Okay, I wanted to bring this up because we talked about some people, especially, I mean, if you are somebody that, faith is important to you, it's a deal breaker. I did say, I know a couple of people like Sister Gigi did say in the comment section that, faith is very important to her, you know. I often hear what Isa is saying. Isa is saying that, Auntie B, you don't have to be religious to be spiritual. I'm very spiritual but not religious. So for me, this statement is confusing.
It is.
I don't understand it. Because you say you don't follow religion. So what kind of spirituality are we talking about? Because I don't think I understand it. Do
People
you
just
guys
don't
know
want to
what
be
it means?
associated with religion. That's the trending thing. People don't want to be associated with
So
religion, so
when
they
you say
say
you are
they're
spiritual, what
spiritual.
kind of spirituality are we talking about? Because every religion has spirituality in it. You
Right.
can be an Ifa worshiper and you are spiritual. You can worship Ogun, you are spiritual. You can be a Muslim, you are spiritual. So when you say I don't follow religion, but I'm spiritual, I never understand what it means. Maybe somebody can explain it to me. What does it mean? I really don't get it.
Me personally, I think it's just because of the things that have been going on. So people just don't want to be associated with like religious. I think when people think of religious, they think of somebody who's like a fanatic, someone who is like praying all the time or going to church all the time, and people don't really want to be associated with that. So when they say spiritual, from my interpretation, is more like maybe they read their Bible, they know God, they pray, but they're not really as connected to like the whole church stuff.
Right.
That's the way I
They are
interpret
not
it. Like,
church, they don't attend church,
yeah,
but
they're
they
not
are,
really into all the
yeah,
church stuff, but they know God for themselves. That's the way
right.
I interpret when people say spiritual, because that's a very
Mm.
trendy term.
It's
People don't
very
want to
it's
be
very broad
religious.
though. It's very broad. If somebody from a different faith can say I'm spiritual, but I'm not religious. Bumi, what do you think about that? Is that why you jumped in? Tell me, what's the
Yes,
difference
Auntie
between?
B, you're farm. Hi,
Explain
Auntie
it
B,
to
how
me,
are you?
darling. I don't understand when people say I'm religious. I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual. What do they
Yeah,
mean?
I think, and I'm not speaking for her or for whoever made that comment.
Him is
But what okay, but what I've observed, I think, is that um let me choose my word, is that people want to do worldly stuff and still
Yes.
be in church or
Yep.
still be close to God, quote and unquote. That's just to cut the long story short. You don't want any accountability.
Yep.
That is it. Because you cannot, according to the Bible, you cannot, or whatever religion, but as a Christian, according to the Bible, and even me self, just let me put a disclaimer. Me self, I still define my will. Every day I
We
aim
all
to
are.
get better.
Yeah, of
So
course,
I'm
all
not
of us
judging. I'm
do.
not, I just feel like we
Mhm.
don't want to be associated, we don't want to be interconnected. We just want to do our own thing and move on our own pace. But part of being in with a Christian, part of having a relationship with God is worshiping in church, is doing Bible study, is growing in your faith. How are you going to grow in your faith by yourself? I'm not saying that
No,
you
because the
cannot.
Bible says that faith comes by hearing. How you
Thank
gonna
you.
hear? Okay, you hear on YouTube. Okay.
You understand? And to be, you also need people to hold you accountable. You need people to tell you when you're doing, when
I
you're.
like that. I like that explanation you gave. That it's people who don't want to be accountable.
Yes, no, it's
Mhm,
the truth. And to be, I'm
mhm.
not going to lie to. I'm like right now, I'm struggling with balancing. Like I love music, right? I grew up 90s baby. I grew up with listening to all this secular music. Now, me, I'm struggling with um you know unloading all that. Like I need to, if I'm going to grow in my faith, I need to feed myself with with whatever is loaded in the spirit, with gospel music. I need to,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's part of growing,
It's part of
worshiping.
it. Hilda
When I'm
said,
in the gym, because I limited myself, but when I'm working out is when I listen to others. But again, there are gospel music that you can listen to in the gym. So I'm struggling with that balance right now. And I'm just saying, and if I did not know, because for me, prior to now, although where I am now is not where I was 5 years ago, but 5 years ago, I was still going to church, although not every Sunday, but I was going to church. People know me in church, like I will attend church, I was in church. But now I'm working in church. I'm a Sunday school teacher, for example. I unfortunately, I have to live by example.
so
So
Hilda said, a man who is too religious scares me. My ex prayed the rosary every morning. So I think the ex is a Catholic.
yeah.
Um, he forwards Catholic daily prayer to people, including me, every day. He advises people on marriage, but he showed me shege.
I can, and this is why some people will say, well, they don't want to be
So
that
that's just to tell
religious.
you that
Yeah,
being religious does not make you,
a
But
good
again,
a
it's
good
a
person,
a
a
good
good
balance.
partner.
partner.
Yeah, it doesn't make
There's
you a
Hmm.
good
there's
partner.
a balance to everything too
Yeah,
now. There's a
if
balance.
Ifunanya says, for example, I've not been going to church for years, but I believe in a supreme being that created us. So I connect with the supreme being in
Yeah.
my own way, spiritually.
Mm.
I'm even
Hmm.
more confused. Okay, let's leave that. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It's
And to
okay.
be, I also want to mention something with this COVID. COVID has changed a lot of things, and the way we worship, or the way we work from home. COVID has exposed us, as widening our spectrum, right?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I, like for
Absolutely.
example, because I've been busy, I've been taking like some part-time courses. I miss church consecutively, like for 3 Sundays. I will catch a glimpse of it, or I will go back to watch it. But being in church and watching online is not the same thing.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's
You
never.
need that physical worship. You need that interaction. You need to feel it. You
Mhm.
need to see. You need to tap. So yes, it is possible, but you need to put yourself in the midst of people, quote and unquote, that are also like-minded. You can't do it by yourself. Life, you're not supposed to do life by yourself. That's
Absolutely.
that's not
Mm.
how we're designed. So I think that's how it is. You don't
Okay.
want to be accountable to anybody. You just want to do your own
I love
thing.
that. I really
Yeah.
do. Thank you. Thank you
And to
so
be,
much, Bumi.
thank you.
I appreciate you, my darling.
Bye.
Isaac, are you preparing for Colombia?
And to be, I'll continue to stay.
I want
I
to
will cry
start.
on this hill
I want to look
until
for
you
your
follow me.
trouble. Miss
Until you
Colombia.
follow me. So I will take you to
Me.
Medellin,
It's Nigeria I'm going
Cartagena.
to. Me. I'm not going to any Colombia. Nigeria is
And the
waiting
people
for
will
me.
practice your Spanish.
With not only Spanish, it's German. I will practice at my old age. Eche, thank you very much. I've heard you. Spanish, you call. Thank you so much, Amara. I'm on Igbo, don't say Yoruba. And Nicole said, church abuse manipulation also plays a role. People are losing confidence and trust in the church. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's so correct. Yeah. Okay. Ngozi, I'll come back to you. We'll end the show together. Blessing, welcome.
Good evening, Auntie B.
Hello, darling.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. It's been a long time.
Yeah, you forgot about me. What can I say?
No, I did not, Auntie B. I did not.
You
I've been
sure?
very busy creating content. So I work during the day, and in the night when my daughter is sleeping, I edit my videos. So
I didn't know you are posting videos. Share one with me now. Let me know. Share it with me on WhatsApp. What are you talking about, principal?
women empowerment.
I trust you. Welcome.
So
I hope you're okay and your daughter is doing well.
I'm trying my best and to be. I
Okay,
I
what do you have
work
to
in
say?
the school.
I know you want to
Yeah.
talk
So
about the difference between spirituality and religion.
yes, I want to go there. I
Okay,
have
tell me.
listened to so many people talk about spirituality, and in general, what they are talking about is we are in the world. There are some certain things and some certain aspects of our lives that we do not understand, but we believe there is truth.
No, Hindu is a full blown. That's one. That's the
It's
biggest
a
religion in
religion,
India
yeah.
and Pakistan. Yeah.
Yeah, so when they too they talk about being spiritual, so when people are saying spirituality and religion, they should mention the spirituality and the religion that they're talking about because I have been to a home and I saw all of these things, statues, people crossing their legs, and to be I entered that home for the woman to assess my hair. But in my mind, I was praying and asking God, please, can you rescue me from this home? Like, I got in there, the insects, and today I saw things like masks, like lots of me entering inside the house. I was coughing for like a complete 1 week. So when people
Wow.
talk about
Because
spirituality,
they say it's called
women,
New Age. They
please
say it's New Age.
ask,
They call it New Age
yeah,
movement. It is
so
well.
Hindu is a religion. Is they talk
Mm.
about spirituality. People that do not um go to go to church, they talk about spirituality. Oh, I
Yes.
connect with
Yeah.
through meditation. I don't
Yeah.
know if you've heard about the third eye meditation. People are doing it now, and in God church, it's like sit down, meditate, think about the higher power, the higher authority, and they're not talking about God.
Yeah.
So
So
when people say
if you are
religion,
spiritual,
spirituality,
yeah, I don't know.
ask
What
them
I would
what
say,
they mean.
yeah, you need to ask them what they mean. If you are dealing
Yeah,
with someone, because we are talking about relationship, I don't know. We're going
yeah,
to talking about we're going to talking about faith because faith is important to people. Me, I will say that if you are talking to someone and faith is important to you, and someone say, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. You need to want to ask a few questions to know more. That's all. Find out more. What do you mean when you say, oh, I'm spiritual, I'm not religious? Yeah, just ask. Like Blessing is saying, what do you mean by I'm not religious but I am spiritual? Yeah, what does that mean? Anyway, thank you, Blessing. Send me your videos, oh, let me see what you're up to now. Well done, my darling. Lovely speaking to you. Okay, I want to play this video before we end the show. I'm about to end now, but I wanted to play this so that because it makes sense. You know how always talk. We started the show by talking about how people are so my gender. People are just getting all confused about this whole thing. What they are looking for, new age, whatever. I don't know. Whatever you are looking for, you will find it in this world. That's all I know. So this is a video, and it's a church. I'm sure it's somewhere in Nigeria. They have loads of them. They have millions of churches in Nigeria, and this is one of the problems why some people don't even want to affiliate with any church. They just want to do their spirituality, whatever, in their own homes. And this woman is being asked the quality of a man she wants. And this is what she said.
What kind of man would you like to marry? Someone that is tall, is chocolate.
Because you remember how we always say it always starts with tall.
Yes, height is
I
number
don't know,
one.
maybe there's something they program into black women's head worldwide. Because most black women, they always start with tall.
I think
Tall,
it's
tall,
masculinity. I think there's a big link
tall.
between height and masculinity, and people want a tall, like it's number one.
So if you're not tall, you're not masculine.
I don't believe that, but I think that's the perceived, like it's even from evolution or from like people, women want a man that could protect them, that
Yeah,
can cover
okay.
them. I think that height
Yeah.
is a big part of it.
Chocolate. Good looking, hardworking. He treats me as a queen.
He treats you as a queen.
Yes. He loves me and take care of me. Probably we can just have just one child. And then he loves me more than even his mother.
Will love you more than his mother.
Yes, he will wash my clothes,
He will wash
pamper
your
me.
clothes.
Yes. I have access to his bank account.
Wait, can you hear me? You said you will have access to his
Bank account.
Yes, will get access
There's
to his bank account.
Yes, sir. He doesn't take decision without involving me.
He cannot take decision without involving you.
Yes, sir.
Tell me the truth, oh.
And then he must not cheat on me.
He must not cheat on you.
Yes, sir.
He take decision. Every decision he must consult
Involve
you.
me. Yes, I must be
He will
involved.
love you more than his mother.
More than his mother.
Then what of his money? Who will hold it for him?
I.
You will hold his money for him.
Yes, sir.
That is a man you want to marry.
Yes, sir.
That is a man you want to marry.
That's my spec.
That is your spec.
My spec.
That is your spec.
Yes, sir.
That is your spec.
My spec, sir.
Longer throat. Longer throat.
Pastor, oh my God, I don't feel love. He said, that's my spec. That is my spec. When Nigerian woman said, that is my spec.
Oh my God, the love me more than my mother.
Oh my God.
Love you more
That
than
is
his
your
mother.
spec.
That one.
You hold his,
That one.
you will love your mother, his mother. That's a spec. Ngozi, let's just round up. I'm tired. That is my spec. It was that specking, or that was just delusions of grandeur. She sounds retarded as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with wanting what you want. I think that's the thing. It's just about realizing that you may not get everything, right? Like you can't, you have to pick and choose what's more important because it's hard. I understand. People want what they want, like you like what you
No,
like, but then
some people don't even they think they know what they want, but they don't.
right.
Obviously, they don't know what they want. They're just talking, chatting shit.
Or they just like, and what you want and what you actually will, it's not always the same, right? If you list things that you want, people are always going to want way more than they can really get, because right then everything is an option. But in the real world, things just it just doesn't happen that way. It's
Yeah,
unfortunate, but it's just not
unfortunate.
realistic.
I wish
Yeah.
it. So I mean, some people will need to create their own the person that they are looking for. They will have to. AR is available. Maybe they start doing 3D printers that will create men. Tall. It will start with tall, and every other thing on that list. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight, my darling. I appreciate you. Have a good evening or good afternoon over there in Houston, Texas. I love you and I appreciate you. Thank you. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we'll come to the end of the show. What I just want to advise you, this is my job here. My job here is to give you unsolicited advice. Actually, it's solicited because you are here. So it's because you want to hear the advice. Please have your, what is important to you. What is important, the cocoa of what is important to you. Okay? Don't make it too long. Number 5 is enough. And every other thing, Najara. But all these, there's a difference between standard and delusions. What we have seen tonight, all of them are not standard. It's delusions. I want a man that will love me more than I love a mother. I want a man that will do this. Are you this? If that person that is talking, if they turn around, you'll be looking, what about the other auntie we saw that went on a dating show on YouTube and was saying, I want 10 over 10. The point is that, yes, everybody know what they are looking for. But if you are serious, you got to be realistic. Okay? And most importantly, you got to be what you are looking for. You can't be, not up to that standard and you are listing all these things. I want 20 over 20. I want a man that is gorgeous, a man that is this, a man that is that. You soon go and create your own man. If you are actively looking, you really want to find a life partner, you need to look at what is really important. Look at it this way. Ask yourself, If I have an emergency, let's say something, I don't even want to mention, something terrible happens today. Who do I want to call? What is important in the person I want to call? Is it that the person is reliable, or the person is going to be there for you, or is that the person is gorgeously unavailable? I'm not, undermining physical attraction. You like what you like. However, let's be realistic. What is more important? You need to balance it. Okay? Nobody ever wants everything that they want. You're gonna get some, but you're gonna have to compromise, because you are not the package. Men too have standard. Men are the ones that have standard more than women. Mm-hmm. You see, Black Luther say we have an AI husband app. Lobaton. Okay. Some people will need to download that app so that they can create the one they want. Mhm. So let's be realistic, yeah. What you need as a woman is not all that 17 list of he must be tall, he must be, 6 foot and 10 million naira, he must not be obsessed with football, excellent in bed, does not womanize, does not smoke and drink, can pay all my bills, hopelessly romantic, must have a degree. The list is endless. Must know how to cook, must have a house and a car, generous, kind, and empathy, smart, funny, no anger issues. A reasonable person looking at this list will probably choose does not womanize. That can be a deal breaker. So number 5 is important. Someone that is faithful. Say, I'm looking for a faithful man. That makes sense. Okay. Then you are going down and looking at, what else is important here? Earns a good salary, can take care of himself and maybe one other person. Yeah, that's important as well. Okay. What also is important here? Okay, you can say must have some education, must be intelligent, you know, generous, kind, and empathy. Good, 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 good. But 6-pack and look handsome. Jasin Kankan must know how to cook. 90% of Nigerian men don't know how to cook. That's ko Jasin Kankan. Smart, funny. Nah, it might not be funny. Okay, smart, yeah. No anger issues. Very good point. No anger issues. If it's not funny, teach him how to be funny, or you to be funny. But you see all these other ones must not be obsessed with football. Lori Iro, all men love football. Excellent in bed. If he's not excellent, teach him. Does not smoke and drink. La la la. It's not possible. There are people like that, but yeah, you might not just find somebody that the two is what they don't do. Hopelessly romantic. Are you sure you're looking for a Nigerian man? Okay. Oh, yeah. So I mean, in all this, I just think people should. What is important? Focus on what is important, because I mean, I know we're laughing and talking about all this for people to learn. At the end of the day, if you go for the wrong thing, you will be surprised. Marriage is a long thing, no? It's a very, very long journey. So you want to hold on to things that will sustain it long term, not things that they are ephemeral. They can change. Even if somebody was tall, dark, handsome, whatever, they can have an accident. Anything can happen. Remember, you signed the dotted line pay to have and to hold in sickness and in health. What if it's not able to work anymore? What are you gonna do? So when you base your decision purely on physical appearance, it's dangerous. I think I like what our first caller tonight said. She said that it's a combination. But for me, it will always be, things like their personality. Are they reliable? Are they trustworthy? What are their values? Does their faith and their beliefs align with yours? You look at things like that. Do they have a good head on their shoulder? Can I trust them? Are they reliable? Are they faithful? Because you can have a tall, dark, and handsome man that is so disrespectful, chatting with other women. Have we not heard stories of men that bring girlfriends into their matrimonial bed? You want a tall, dark, and handsome man that does that? So, what is important to you? Is it somebody that is emotionally available or somebody that is just fine for no reason? Just packaging, but inwards is zero. So, balancing is very, very important. Balance it. Have your deal breakers, and then if God blesses you with additional, then that's good. When I watch some of these shows and they say, "Oh, I don't like his dressing," somebody would discredit someone because of dressing. I'm like, are you okay? What is dressing? Clothes can change, shoes can change, hairstyle can change. Those things are not important. They are not important. But you see, the internal ones are the ones that it's either they have it or they don't. So you better know what is important and hold on to it. Thank you very much. Oh, I saw a lady the other day and said that she didn't date someone because of their zodiac sign. A grown woman of 30-something-year-old. All these American women, now what for now? He said, Capricorns are like this. I don't like Capricorns. Are you okay? First of all, I don't know. No offense to anybody that believes in all this zodiac sign. I don't believe in it because it's not in the Bible. I'm a Christian. I'm who God says I am. I will do what he says I will do. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I don't believe in zodiac sign. Okay? I recognize them, but how are you going to be choosing a life partner based on a zodiac sign? I don't understand. It is well. May God help us. Yeah. Ngozi is making some really good points there. What is their character? Are they kind? Are they honest? Are they respectful? Or they are the ones always talking down on women? You know all these women. The women are like this. Women like this. Always bashing women. Are they misogynistic? Is it someone that is accommodating? Someone that will even listen to your opinion? Or is somebody that just, you can't tell me anything. I'm a man. Be careful what you wish for. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you. Yeah, you can wish for anything you want, but if you really are serious about settling down, you need to look for what is important. And I will see you on Sunday. So Sunday, I want to talk about Genevieve. There was something that K-Tension mentioned in an interview with Chudi about, Genevieve being, a loner. She'll pull up from people. And we know that she had, reportedly had a mental breakdown. And I want to look at that. I really want to talk about it because there's a lot of conversation around that. People who are, usually withdrawn, they don't like to make friends, they just disappear. Let's explore that. I'm interested in talking about that because, yeah. Ketensia said that she would just disappear. She would just ghost you for no reason. But that's her personality. And I'm thinking, did it have something to do with her mental breakdown? How important is social networking, friendship groups, and talking to people and just having people in your life? We'll look at that on Sunday. Thank you so much, everybody. I will see you then. Give us a thumbs up. If you have not liked this video and you know you enjoyed this, please like it, subscribe, and I will see you on Sunday. Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate you. Ngozi, thank you so much, my darling. You know I love you. God bless you. Thank you, everyone. Have a good evening and enjoy your weekend. Bye, guys.